All right, welcome to Materials Exchange live on Saturday morning, where we talk about MaterialsXchange.com, the first, the best digital B2B e-commerce platform in the lumber and building materials industry, changing the way the old call-around analog market will be changed forever. Hey, we're digitizing the way things are done, and we think you should have the same opportunity you have in every other digital platform that has changed the way that you buy and sell things in your entire life. Why keep things in 1985 when you can project them into the future? Hey, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, the dude from Virgin Airlines, you know, these guys are all going to space because they're private companies that are really propelling the way that technology is done. It's not the government doing it, it's private people's money. When private people's money do things, they change the status quo and they change the way things are done, and they do it quickly. There's no worse way to spend your money than other people's money on other people, like the government does. So when private industry takes money and spends it on technology and innovation, amazing things happen. So let's talk about MaterialsXchange.com. If you want to sign up, go to mxlumber.com. What did we do this week? Let's go through. Wednesday, we had This Week in Lumber with Greg Riley and Matt Beamer. Great conversation with both of those guys. We really broke down where we think some of the disruptions in the supply chain happened and who was to blame on the market. And it was everybody. If you really look at how wide these bid-ask spreads are in lumber and why there's so much volatility, my own opinion is lack of transparency. When nobody really knows what the price is and there's very few that control big chunks of it and move it to big people that other control big chunks of it, and then they go out and distribute it, it's hard to discover price there. So we're trying to break down those boundaries. We are breaking down those boundaries to create more transparency. We talked about cost of production in all the different regions. We talked about forest fires. We talked about a breakdown in communications of how information in this industry gets communicated. It's like children with the old cup and string, or sit around the table and whisper in somebody's ear until it goes all the way around. What digital technology does is gives you instant information quickly. Numbers usually don't lie. Sorry, the sun's coming up behind me, so let's move this around to block that. Maybe this will help a bit. There we go. How's that? All right. A little bit. So let's talk a little bit about that. Then Thursday, we had lunch with lumbermen where we broke down different regions. We looked at Matt's indicators. We chatted a little bit about supply chain, where things in the big box were with treated lumber and so forth. And Friday, we finished up with Charles De La Torre from Industrial Forest Products. Now that call was our Friday Smart Call, which is just for users of the platform. And the great thing about that is users come in and get an opportunity to see industry, people that change the industry. There's no cost to be on our platform to get into this. We just want you to register. So we're not like companies where you go out there on LinkedIn and they talk about all this great stuff and you go to click on it, and then you got to register. You got to register to hear it. We want everybody to have all the information. So that's what happened this week. Coming up next week, some of the management team will be traveling. We've got some exciting stuff coming up. Hopefully we can announce when we get back. We're going to be doing our Wednesday and Thursday show, and hopefully adding some more shows this week and our Friday show. So if you want to be on next Friday's Smart Market Call, you should sign up. What are we going to be doing this week? Well, today I'm going to do my educational vlog, and a user sent me a note, said, can you explain what Mill Direct is? I'm not sure if I'm buying Mill Direct right now. Crazy, right? So people that have bought for 20 or 30 years don't know where in the chain they sit, where in the node they sit from who they're currently buying from. And generally, that's everybody wants to think that they're buying closest to the source. We're gonna break down mill all the way to the end and everybody in between. And I'm gonna explain how each one of those fit into the node from my 30 years in the business, right? You copying in a small lumber yard, my 53 years in the business. I'm gonna break down how I see them sitting in those nodes and what they look like. The second educational thing I'm going to do, whiteboard, let's say, love the whiteboard. It's awesome. We're going to talk about what a reload is. So what is a reload? And somebody sent me a note, said, what is a reload and can I use one? Now, this person that sent this is somebody I've known for years and years, and they thought they could only buy trucks and not cars. So I'm going to break down and show how everybody, you included, can use a reload in a public facility and have the power of buying carloads. Because the people selling you generally are doing that. And I'm going to educate you on how you can do it in a real simple format, so you can look at that and talk about it. So progress. Great week this week. We have our new CTO started a few weeks ago. John, we are building probably going to be the best system out there for buying and selling lumber on. It's going to blow you away when you see it. You're going to be really happy. Let's put it that way. People just getting in the industry that thought they didn't like getting on the phone and talking to people. You pick up your phone, you look at it, you can move it around and buy and sell lumber, and you don't have to go through all the chains of talking to people and waiting for callbacks or hearing these terms like sub prior sale or keep a string on it. Could you believe that we still talk about keeping a string on something? Do you know what keeping a string on something means? That means when somebody calls you in sales and is trying to get you to buy something and you're not sure and you want to go check other prices, they're like, hey, Ashley, keep a string on this. I'm like, that means it may not be there when you get back. So digital market, you just look at it, you watch it the whole time while we even say calling other people, you're watching that market and you can just hit it. The minute you're on the phone with somebody and 7/16 OSB is trading at $800 a thousand and the person on the other end of the phone is $850 and you counter them and they say they can't do it, and you look on our MX platform and you see OSB North prompt at 800 delivered to you, you're like, all right, sorry, Bill, appreciate it. Boom, I just bought a Materials Exchange. What's Materials Exchange? So you can just see the value and the shakeup and the stirrup we're creating in the industry, which is great. So again, Materials Exchange, Saturday, 6/24. Look on LinkedIn, YouTube, the MX Materials Exchange YouTube channel, the Lumber channel, and our LinkedIn on MX and Ashley Buchholz's LinkedIn, and we will post post educational videos during the day so you can understand a little bit better. We're going to break down the barriers in education and what people don't want you to know so you can close that bid-ask spread, limit volatility, and get what you need. Again, Ashley Buchholz, Materials Exchange, mxlumber.com. Come to us, mxlumber.com. Hit the register button. When you hit the register button, it'll ask you to fill out a few things. You fill them out, and a person will call you back and we'll get you completely onboarded. We're working on completely digitizing the onboarding process, so pretty soon you're on board. But right now we're working on streamlining that. If you got any questions, put them down in the Hooter Thought below, and I can get back to you. Please sign up on our LinkedIn Materials Exchange page. Sign up on my LinkedIn page. Sign up on subscribe to our YouTube pages, if you can see down in the corner, or maybe it's that corner. The subscribe button, we'd love to have you subscribe. And if you do subscribe, it's free, and here's what you'll hear. You'll hear transparent information every day. Whether you're a home builder, think about this. Whether you're somebody buying 1,000 carloads of lumber a day, like one of these big chain yards, or whether you're a person that builds 10 homes a year and wants to know what a 2x4, 8, 9, or 10-foot stud trim is, and your different options of what you can use besides that, instead of going through sales guy to his person in his office, to that person, to that person, to that person, to finally comes back on the chain and you get a number. Go on Materials Exchange, you can see what a number is right to you right now. Boom. Let me tell you what that does. That gives you power in negotiating too. You tell your sales guy at your yard, hey, I can buy 2x4 9-foot studs at $6 a piece. Why are you quoting me 12? Right? So information is king. Information is power, period. It's changed every industry. It's changed every industry in the last 2 or 3 decades. it's about to change the lumber industry. So we want you to come here. We want you to get on and use our platform. So again, beautiful Saturday morning out here. Hope you're having your coffee. If you read this class of '86, you can surmise when I graduated from high school. It makes me like 27, I guess. So look, and have a great week. Looking forward to talking to you, and we'll see you real soon.